Here I am fixing Matt's glasses, a good friend of mine, and I'm using hot glue to fill it. None of this is going to be adhesed together. None of this is to act as a glue or adhesion to the frame of the glasses itself. Instead, what I'm doing, I'm using hot glue to fill the gap so there's some structural support on the inside. And then I'm using this plastic from MakerBot, I think it's ABS, to very thinly, because it's very thick right now, I have to thin it out to make it smaller so it's easier to melt onto the frame itself. So I've been doing this by melting it down and then trimming it, as you can see here, into very, very skinny pieces so it's melting. It's easier to melt and work with. And then what I'm doing right here, if you can see, is I'm making a cast around the whole frame. And from that cast, it should give enough support to hold the glasses together. It looks a little sloppy right now, but I'm going to melt it and file it down in the end. And as you can see, I'm just chopping the excess of glue. And then from there, I should be able to actually put more of a cast over the frame itself. These are diamond tip cutters. The condition of these aren't the greatest. As you can see, they're kind of dented on the inside, so I'm cleaning them and snipping this numerous times.
That's really tiny details.
Very, very. It's taken a lot of work to do this. But I've already spoken with Matt and he said that the glass positioning is okay, so that's a good thing. And then from there, we are...
Scissors a little bit curved.
Yep. So this is hot glue. I don't want to necessarily pull it because I might break everything. So what I'm going to use is a soldering gun to... soldering iron to melt it down and even it out a little. And the thing is hot glue has a really low melting point in comparison to the plastic that I'm using. So I have to do these two things separately.
Okay, because it's plastic?
Yes, because it's plastic. When I'm spreading it out, you want to get rid of all the excessive glue first, and then you want to be able to have the cast over it. As you can see, I've already started right there. It's melting into the form of a clip, and that clip is what's going to give it structural integrity. Very, very intricate, a very awesome repair.
It's a nice glass too.
Yeah. I feel like I'm missing more black ABS, but I'll get it. So all this is, so when the hot glue melts, it kind of bubbles, and you need to be able to either trim that or melt it down to flatten it out. It's a lot easier to melt the ABS because it heats up, it has a lower melting point. But in order to work with the hot glue, you need to snip it with probably more precise snip or
So you just figured it out, not like you worked at the glass?
No, I just did this. I thought of all this in the past like 20 minutes and put it all together just with my thinking. I think of ideas pretty fast. And so now I'm straightening out the glass with the razor. I'm just trying to cut the excessive glass off. And the razor is sharp enough to cut through hot glue, well, the hot glue that is cold.
So this is your friend's glass?
Yes. And I'm fixing it for him. Okay, I got it. Frank, onions.
Even like professional shop didn't do it because it's plastic. Oh, you gotta throw out, you know, like buy a new one.
Buy a new one. But here we reuse, we fix things. Instead of buying a brand new pair of glasses, we fix them. Follow the evidence. So right now I only wanted the glue on the inside in between the frame, to fill in the crack of the frame. So what I'm doing now is cutting out the excessive glue, and I'm going to fill that. I'm going to cast around it. you have to know how to work with the razor, and you have to know how to work with all of the tools on a very precise level. Like you have to know how to, like, you can trim more if you just slide the razor up instead of going up and down.
Oh, really?
You have to be able to calculate how much you're trimming as well.
Oh, wow.
So you can see all the excessive glue coming off. As I start in the middle, I'm going down, and it's getting a lot off.
Oh, wow.
So you can see that.
It's good you know breed.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different kind of video.
Yeah.
If you do.
So now you want to make sure there's no excessive little things sticking out.
Okay.
So as you can see, the hole has been patched in the center. We're still clearing excessive glass off. I mean excessive glue off. Right here. And then you can see inside the crack that has been filled with the hot glue.
Oh, I see.
I couldn't fill the crack with the plastic that I'm using to solder on because it has a very low melting, a very high melting point, and it doesn't flow. So that is why I chose hot glue to fill it in.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm just cleaning up all the little threads that may be sticking off, and then I'm going to finish the cast, and then we should be done.
Oh, wow.
Cool. So
this is very helping economic too.
Yep, very economic. Yeah. We save our resources here.
Yes, the other day people were fixing toys too.
Yep. We fix things here. So I'm going to need to get some more of this stuff.
Okay.
Check it out. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not your vacation, I'm your freaking world. I'm so jealous of your toys. You got much better toys than I do. Crazy. Yeah, I just thought of that speaking of your hair. This is how kind of analytical I get.
Just sick. It's like solution. Look. So I shaved all. I used the glue as a filler, and now I shaved it off. So you can see now it's just back to the cast. Actually, there's still a very small amount of glue on the top. I want to trim that down. So I'm doing that right here. Sorry, James. Because the glue is you only want the glue as a filler, nothing else.
Glue is awesome. Yeah, then hot glue.
Yep, it's only a filler. Glue will prevent the cast from being made if it's on the frame, so you want to shave it off of the frame.
Scientists can go on there and find which parts can work best with their team.
Some people call you nuts, some people call you genius.
I'm a little in between nuts and genius, I would say. I'm just a guy who sweeps around Noise Bridge, the non-profit that I'm currently at. You see all that excessive stuff on the frame? We're shaving that off.
Yes.
To make a more efficient cast.
Okay.
And you can see it's kind of a segment, so I can cut it this way and then directly down, and it should just come off.
Okay.
Awesome. So now we just clean it off. We can bit of water, clean it off. See all that excessive glue? We have a sponge right here. Awesome.
So it's detailed, not only
very detailed.
Glue, yeah.
Very, very detailed. You have to do it right.
Yeah.
And you see how the cast right here is a little loose? That's going to be fixed, and all the pores are going to be filled in once I melt it down. But right now I'm getting it ready. Like right here, you don't want this stuff on the frame as well.
Yeah, well that's the challenge.
So I'm going to go back to the diamond snips and try it.
I was studying industrial design, I got short design, and I think it's better to actually design stuff for that way it's simple.
Right.
But not kind of work on it.
You want as little glue as possible on the frame. You only want it to be